a lot of people thought today was your coming out party. Did you share that view, or was it already happening?
No, I certainly didn't share that thought. I just thought it was an important game against a really strong footy club. You know, we've been in some pretty good form heading into this week, and you know, obviously we knew we were coming up against a strong footy team. So to put on a performance like that was really pleasing. You know, there were many elements of the game that I certainly liked as a coach, but we understand this game is about small margins to be in form, but also to be out of form. And you know, it wasn't that long ago that we were struggling and had to find a way to get into form. And to the boys' credit, they've set their weeks up incredibly well. So, you know, I certainly wasn't thinking that this was the be-all and end-all as a game, and you know, coming out as you're saying. But it was certainly an important week that we continued to progress forward.
I imagine one of the things as well, kicking the last 4 goals to win that last quarter. It's only a little win, but that would have pleased you as well, I imagine. Yeah,
something we've worked on really strongly is about doing the basics incredibly well, and the team roles. And that then flows on to playing 4 quarters of consistent footy. So, you know, that was really pleasing. I thought the last quarter, the first 10 minutes probably didn't look like us. But the way we fought back, I was really pleased with that.
Goody, if you consider Adelaide a scalp, or most people will, given they played in the grand final last year, did the boys need that win to believe in themselves that they can do anything this year?
No, they just got to keep playing 1 week at a time and play what's in front of them. This week we had the opportunity to play against the Adelaide Crows Footy Club. So, you know, I'll let other people look at that. You know, we respect the game, we respect every team we play against. We played the Adelaide Crows Football Club today. So it was an important win. Of course it was. You know, every week's important. But you know, I'll let other people speculate on that stuff.
How significant is your spread of midfielders, do you think, and the amount of guys that are contributing at different times during the game?
Yeah, look, we're really pleased, you know, with our high-performance medical team. They've done a great job in terms of player availability. And obviously to get someone like an Angus Brayshaw and James Harmes in really good form. And you combine that with being able to put Hogan and McDonald through the midfield, adds a lot of depth to what we're doing. And you get Jack as the co-captain back into your team. So it's the first time for a long time that we've had some continuity. You know, obviously suffered a fair few injuries last year, but you know, the club's done a great job to make sure our players are healthy, fit and ready to perform each week.
There was so much talk during the week about Jake coming up against his old team. How do you think he played today and handled the game?
What did you think?
I thought it was pretty solid, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, from the start, first minute, tackle, aggression, all that.
Yeah, no, there was. You know, he was aggressive. You know, that's what we spoke to him about being aggressive at the football. You know, he's come into our footy club, and you know, we've got a great deal of admiration for him as a player and as a leader that's evolving our footy club. And I thought today he set the scene of the game, the tone of the game. And I think that's important when you play each week, that you got players that set the tone of the game. And I thought his first 15 to 20 minutes showed that the aggression that was required to play a really successful brand.
Did you speak to him at all during the week about how to handle it, or do you leave that to the individual?
Yeah, we didn't touch on it as a footy club. You know, I spoke to Jake about where his energies need to be channelled. And we've worked hard as a club to become quite a discipline in terms of our team roles. And you could see where his aggression was channelled today. It was channelled at playing his role and aggression at the ball, and obviously his tackling. So yeah, that was the only conversation we had, and we let it go.
And Simon, you played here 5 times now. You lost your first 3 and you won your last 2. I mean, is you able, you know, more to Melbourne's liking?
Oh, we love coming to the Northern Territory. It's our home venue. And we want to make this place a place that we come to and really thrive in. So, you know, we've won the last 2, and I think that comes with evolving into, you know, a better team. And results follow. So I don't look at history, I look at what's in front of me and then what we've got to try and produce going forward. So, yeah, it's pleasing, but we want to make the Northern Territory our home in terms of how we play. And I thought today that was on show.
You really built this side around the contested ball. Was that the exclamation point today against, you know, the number 2 contested ball side in the comp?
Yeah, that's one of the pleasing elements. You know, we have built our club around contested ball, and it was on show today. I think it was like plus 40 in the contest. So that's a really pleasing number. And I think what we're starting to evolve in as a team is a really good defensive team. I thought today our defence especially through the middle part of the game, I thought was outstanding. And and that takes all 18 guys to contribute to that, or 22 guys to contribute to that. So defensively, we're becoming sounder, but the contested ball is an area that we've ingrained into our players and our footy club, and that'll continue. They're the behaviours that we want to see.
You touched on Angus Brayshaw. Obviously, he's missed a lot of footy in his young career to date, but I think he had probably one of, if not his best game for the club today. How good is it to see him up and running and playing some really good footy?
Oh, look, it's terrific. He's had a fair journey, Angus, in his years at the footy club, and to come back the way he's going, we worked really hard as a club to build his confidence around the contested side of the game, and then probably 5 weeks ago, we set him free into the midfield and asked him to lead our midfield and really drive that area of the game, and he's been outstanding. But it came with Angus around building habits, and I'm saying the same thing over and over again, but it's about building good weeks and good habits, and a young player has been able to come into form through doing that, and that's great learning for him, but it's also great learning for our other players at the footy club.
Can you take us back now to the early rounds of the year when you weren't playing, Angus, around that decision, what you were trying to achieve by doing that?
It's pretty simple. His habits weren't right.
Is this your best win of the year, Simon, do you think, so far?
Oh, look, I'll let other people decide that. We've played some really good footy over the last 4 weeks, but potentially hasn't been recognised in the way that today might. But as I said at the start, this is a game of small margins. So we can't just sit here and say that form's going to continue. We've got to continue to work as a footy club, respect the game, and just look at what we've got right in front of us.
And what's working at the moment that is sort of making you hit this run of form, do you think?
Continuity in our playing group, understanding the team roles that are required to perform game day, and going out and executing them, and doing the basics incredibly well. It's a simple game, footy, and you stick to that formula. You stay in form. If you go away from it, you drop out of form. And at the moment, we're doing a great job as a club, and our coaches and our players to get those weeks right.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.